Welcome back, my name is Teresa and I'm very much alive. Or am I? You decide. I have an awful, garbage, filthy mouth where sometimes, just sometimes, I tend to use the word fuck as a comma. I know, it's disgusting. I should be stopped, but I haven't. Maybe in 2021, I don't know. If you're not into that or weird stuff in general, this is definitely not the place for you. Feel free to exit the video here. No harm, no foul. But I'll remember our time fondly. Y'all, we have a very, very, very special video for today. I get to collaborate with my wonderful, beautiful, talented daughter, Smoky Glow. Hannah Smoky Glow, Hannah. Hannah. And yes, I can call her my daughter because I am 10 years older than her. What can I say? I started YouTube late. If you don't know Hannah, which that would be a shock if you don't know Hannah. I feel like everybody knows Hannah, but if you don't know Hannah, you're missing out because she is one of my favorite creators here to watch on YouTube. And the reason why I love watching her videos is 1, she's adorable, 2, she's smart, 3, she's insightful, and 4, she's passionate. She's also adorable, but I know I said that, but I wanted to round it out for 5. She's just really adorable. Anyway, she is my favorite person to watch when I want to know what is going on in the community, but I'm too lazy to figure it out. I can always count on Hannah to give me a nice wrapped up summary within 20 minutes, not only giving me the facts, but also her opinion. Greatly appreciated. Thank you. So if you don't know her, I invite you to go check her out. Everything will be listed in the description box. If you want to see a more spicier side of Hannah, I can't stop it. It is what it is. I realize it sounds very creepy no matter how many times I try to explain this to the camera, which is, by the way, that's my 6th take, and I keep saying spicier every time. Go follow her on Twitter. Nothing gives me more joy than watching her yell at stupid influencers. It's hilarious and warranted. Anyway, I'm excited to be a part of Glowmas. And I don't know if you got the memo, but we're no longer calling this month December. It's now Glowmas. And I'm very, very thrilled to be a part of it. And even happier that I get to spend the next 20 or so minutes destroying horrible makeup products. Full disclaimer, this is all in good fun. If you like any of the products that I'm going to be talking about, that's fine. That's great. Good for you, Julie. But this is my channel, and I get to talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. And if that means roasting, so be it. In all seriousness though, it's okay to have differing opinions. Makeup is subjective. Remember that. Without further ado, let's start the clock and let's talk about 20 brands' worst makeup in 20 minutes. Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Gel. I hate this product, and I'm sure it's because it reminds me of a time when I first discovered gel, and no one had the balls to tell me that I look like a morbidly husky middle school boy turning into a used car salesman. Thanks for looking out, Michael. In any case, this product is gross. Not only does it crunchify my brows, but it turns me into a stone goblin. And sometimes I notice my brow hairs turn white. What fucking sorcery is this? No. No, no. Benefit Cosmetics, the Professional Pore Minimizing Primer. This product is everywhere, and probably one of the many reasons why I stopped getting subscription boxes. You never have to pay for this product at full price. It's guaranteed that you probably have a full-size version in your samples drawer. This is perhaps one of the worst primers I have ever used. It doesn't minimize your pores. It doesn't help your makeup stay on. Shit, it doesn't even make you look like the sassy business lady that this bitch is. What this product does, it helps create this almost very weird lube-like melted wax feeling on your face. It dries out your skin and your makeup looks very casket ready. But my favorite part is that this primer pills up. So for one hot minute, you think your skin's falling off. It's fucking terrifying. Any ColourPop palette with a pressed glitter. It's like you're willingly paying to be blinded. I hate pressed glitters. I think they're terrible. And yes, they are the herpes of the makeup world. Yeah, I said what I said. Any ColourPop palette that could be adorable gets immediately ruined when there's a pressed glitter. If you decide to dance with the devil, and you do get this in your eye, oh babe, all bets are off. You might as well get a fashionable eye patch and a parrot.
Matey.
The pressed glitter on its own is such a fucking weird consistency. It's very much glue and sparkles. It reminds me of my childhood. Sad. It doesn't stay in place. It gets all over your face. Hey, that rhymed. Good for me. But this product sucks. It sucks a lot. A lot. It sucks. Don't buy it. It sucks. Farsi Unicorn Essence Antioxidant Primer. Say that 5 times fast. Shit, I forgot a word. Farsi Unicorn Essence Antioxidant Primer Serum. Do you remember when everyone was losing their shit over this product? I loved watching videos on Instagram about it, where just people would just drip this unicorn semen all over their face. It was fucking everything. And I loved how much it looked like they were about to get it on with the dropper. Sexy. Anyway, yes, that was a great time in makeup. This primer is another product that didn't do anything except make my skin dry and sticky at the same time. I get the same effect if I pay someone to spit strawberry Fanta in my face. I miss the subway. Fenty eyeshadows. I love Fenty, I really do. But not everything from Fenty has been great. I think the shittiest products that they have are their eyeshadows. They're not good. I have tried multiple times, multiple palettes, and at best it's like, you know what I mean? The formula is so lackluster, it's forgettable. Every time I see the palettes in my collection, I go, oh shit, I have that? Every time. And then I try it again and I'm reminded every time that it sucks. Honestly, I'm just boring myself talking about this. Givenchy Tint Couture 24-Hour Foundation. Don't let the alien slut shirt fool you. I'm bougie, okay? There's no denying that. And Michelle Wong has turned me into a fucking monster. But I digress. With that said, I tried the Givenchy foundation. You know, the foundation that's pretty much 30 shades of white. Hands down, one of the worst fucking foundations I've ever tried. I found this foundation to be very quick drying, but at the same time, it transferred too quickly. Make up your mind. It's supposed to have a natural finish, but instead the finish is grease. I can legit fry shit on my face after wearing that foundation. And because of it, I broke out horribly. My favorite was the undertone though. When I applied the foundation, I looked like Porky Pig's girlfriend. At the end of the day, I looked like the yellow guy from Sin City. Guerlain Terracotta Sun Trio Bronzing Contour Palette. Another mouthful. This has to be one of the worst bronzing and contouring palettes I have ever used. There was no pigment. I repeat, no pigment. After 20 minutes of swirling my brush into the pan, when I would get something on the brush, the bronzer had a really lovely way of looking like somebody beat the shit out of me. I love that for me. Linda Halber Cosmetics Mood Crayons. So I would say the worst thing from this brand is their eyeliners. Now, if you have sensitive eyes like me, and you're looking to fill your masochistic quota for the month, look no further, honeybee. You'll be crying and climaxing in no time. This eyeliner is just painful. As soon as it gets near my waterline, my eyes start to water. And then I start to tear uncontrollably. The eyeliner has a burning sensation, so it's kind of like what I imagine gonorrhea to feel like, but you know, except in the eye. Anywhoosies, I couldn't last more than 1 hour with this in my waterline. So yeah, that's a no for me, dog. No thank you. Milk Cosmetics Smoke Sessions. I decluttered this palette twice. If you're looking for a product that will sprout legs and jump off your vanity and cause a murdering havoc, look no further, friend. This science project gone wrong is for you. This palette is disappointing because it's a beautiful color story, but the quality is just, it's not good. It's just not good. The shades are too soft and they just crumble right before your very eyes, ultimately making the palette very difficult to work with. When I got my second palette, the shades again were very, very soft, but now they started to puff out of the pan. By the 3rd month of owning this palette, it already mastered 3 different languages, and the stray animals around the neighborhood started going missing. Now, I'm not saying that this palette had anything to do with it, but I'm also saying that it did. Morphe Jaclyn Hill Vault Collection. Now, initially I was going to talk shit about the paint thinner foundation, but oddly enough, the Vault collection was more offensive. The whole launch was a complete shit show, and it's a shame because the OG palette, which I still have in my collection, is fucking wonderful and probably my favorite Morphe palette of all time. But this Vault collection, what the fuck is this? There are 4 palettes in this collection, and yet somehow each palette just gets worse. There are so many inconsistencies between the palettes, and if you happen to find a shade that has pigment, good luck blending that bitch, because it ain't gonna happen. It's so weird because either the shadow balds out or it oxidizes. Sometimes both. I don't even understand what I'm saying right now. It doesn't even make sense. Make it make sense, daddy. Make it make sense. Natasha Tanona Sunset Eyeshadow Palette. Oh boy. Oh boy. There are a lot of products that I do not like from this brand. And much like an awful high school relationship, I keep coming back for more. To me, this palette has a very special place in hell. This is one of the palettes that started my quest for yellow and ultimately wanting to start a YouTube channel. I hated that so many influencers were literally sucking this palette off as the end-all be-all. And from what I understand, there was a lot of changes within the formula, and perhaps I got the bad batch or so that is what the makeup lore says. But in any case, the palette that I had, the shadows were not pigmented. The longevity was disappointing, and I had the worst eye irritation in the world. For $129, this was terrible, overrated, and I never understood the hype around it. NARS Climax Mascara. For a brand that's so sexual, it's really boring. Now, the only amazing product in my opinion is the Soft Matte Concealer. It's my favorite eyeshadow primer. I ride hard for that bitch. If you talk ill about my son, I will come for you. Now, this Climax Mascara, it's awful. The mascara does an amazing job at solidifying your eyelashes and breaking them. If you want to torture yourself, by all means go for it. This mascara is overly drying, yet somehow wet and transfers like crazy. After a few uses, the mascara gets really clumpy and it's flaky, and it just falls down your face where it looks like a trail of shit is running down it. It's awesome. Rare Beauty Liquid Touch Foundation. You know, I said that the Givenchy one was bad. I think this one was actually the worst one. This is the worst foundation I've ever tried. It dries out your skin almost as fast as you are blending it out. It hangs on to every dry patch and somehow ages you by 20 years. I don't know who this is for, but it's terrible. It's wild because the concealer, which is a part of the complexion family, is fucking amazing. I don't understand who fathered the foundation, but it kind of looks like the mailman. That's all I'm gonna say. Pretty Vulgar, the Feathers Mascara. I think maybe there are 1 or 2 products that were okay from this brand. Aesthetically speaking, this brand is adorable, especially the mascara. It's so fucking cute. However, it's one of the worst mascaras I have ever tried. This mascara is supposed to lift, curl, and give you volume. It does none of that. Instead, it makes your lashes stand straight out. It flakes, it smudges, and it's another mascara that just breaks your lashes. It's such a shame because the component is so beautiful, it's weighted. You could definitely throw it at somebody and put them in a coma. And honestly, that's the kind of mascara I want to have in my collection. But this one is hot garbage, and not the good kind. Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. Smashbox is another brand that just has a bunch of boring products. But I think their worst product is their primer. And while I'm not talking about the one primer that's literally the king of all samples, I'm talking about the primer water. This does nothing. Absolutely nothing. This water is supposed to hydrate your face and give you radiance. It does neither. It's water. That's it. You paid $32 to spray water on your face. I didn't find this product to help my makeup application. And if you use this as a setting spray, your makeup starts to melt like a sad, sad clown. Stila Little White Lies Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Yellowtails. I feel like Stila did an excellent job of making liquid eyeshadows attractive. It's easy to use, it's incredibly pigmented, it's awesome. I think the worst thing about their liquid eyeshadows is all the little subgenres within the product. The worst one was this Little White Lies. I had so much hope that this yellow shade would be perfect, but no, it's not. It looks like phlegm. The product is so goopy and really difficult to work with. You need to have at least 5 or 6 coats to have some sort of opacity. And it's weird because it's not the kind of product that you can keep layering on because it flakes off rather quickly and then you're dealing with a whole glitter bukkake moment. It's an absolute mess. It's not worth anyone's time. Don't bother. It's gross. Sugar Pill Little Twins Eyeshadow Palette. This might be one of the worst eyeshadow palettes I've ever used in my life. For something so adorable, it's a fucking shame. There is no pigment. It's almost as if the pigment went out for a pack of cigarettes and never returned. The shimmers were very hard to work with and actually flaked off my eye. And a lot of the shades hit hard pan as soon as I started using that palette. Whether it was a shimmer or a matte, it was so fucking weird. One of the mattes actually had little bumps in it. Ugh. No thank you. There's a reason why that palette has been on sale for the past 10 years. And that's all I'm gonna say. This one is really hard. I wanted to talk about the Tarte Aspen Overart palette because that was indeed hot water trash. But fuck it, let's get controversial here. Shape Tape. It sucks. It's overrated, it's too drying, and it creases like a motherfucker. The concealer is actual cement. If you have a crack in your driveway, put a little Shape Tape on it. Good as new. By far, this is one of the shittiest, most overrated concealers that I got duped into buying because some asshole YouTuber told me that it was amazing. Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly Palette. Oh dear me. I think out of all the Too Faced palettes, these were hot water trash in my humble opinion. Now, I have both of these listed down, the peanut butter and honey as well as the peanut butter and jelly, because I hate them both equally. They had no pigment, they had no lasting power, and it reeked of shitty sweet chemicals that I somehow tried to convince myself was actually a good product until I found good makeup. It's a shame because they're so fucking cute. They're so cute. Look at them. They're adorable. But much like most Too Faced stuff, the outside is perfection, but the inside is DOA. And last but certainly not least, we'll talk about Urban Decay, the eyeshadow primer potion. This is another controversial one, but I don't think this product does anything at all. I remember buying it a long time ago, and every time I use it, I would always have issues with my eye looks. This primer would make my eyelids feel very greasy, and ultimately the eyeshadow would lift off my eyes in a matter of hours. I could never make eye looks last. I swore off this product. And there was this one time I was in the outlets in Florida. I was in the makeup outlets in Florida. And this dude was trying to sell me on purchasing Urban Decay Potion Primer. And I was telling him why I don't like the product. He kept insisting that I didn't know what I was talking about. So he mansplained. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, he tested the product. He showed me what the eyeshadow looked like with primer and without primer. And you know what? The eyeshadow looked better without the primer. Nothing is more exhilarating than telling some asshole, I told you so. Time! All right. Just felt like that would be more dramatic. Anyway, let me know down below how you feel about these products. Do you love them? Do you hate them? What would be in your top 20 list? And definitely go check out Hannah's video as well and tell her I said, hey girl, hey. And on that note, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button, it's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, to all my beautiful, wonderful patron bubbies. Thank you so much, as always, for keeping this delicious, disgusting, filthy, garbage boat afloat. I couldn't do it without you, and I just love you and appreciate your little faces. If you want to know what is currently on my face, along with where to get my merch, everything will be listed in the description box below, and I'll see you little pumpkins later. Bye.